Coming up in the morning edition, alleged child abductor is in police custody. First Caribbean donates to cancer charities, and a tea party at St. John's College. Each new week is a gift. Greet it with a smile. Good morning, everyone. I'm LaDon Davis, and this is the Morning Edition. Thank you so much for waking up with us. Our Jimenita Swain is standing by with the Bahamas First Traffic Report.
The Traffic Report is sponsored by Bahamas First. First in insurance. Today, tomorrow.
Good morning, LaDon, and good morning, Bahamas. It's a beautiful morning shaping up here. We're coming to you live from the eastern part of the island. We're on the Eastern Road, just off from Fox Hill Road, and traffic, as you can see from our live drone shot, has been a steady flow for much of the morning. Now, mobile patrol officers had a busy 24 hours. In fact, 8 persons were arrested for outstanding warrants overnight. The offenses included assault and threats of death. Additionally, 25 persons also were ticketed by mobile officers for offenses that included basically disobeying traffic signals and failing to put on their seatbelts. Now, of course, joining us live to talk about some of the traffic challenges that officers encounter is, of course, Corporal Decory Barr of the Police Traffic Division. Good morning, Corporal Barr.
Good morning, Jimenita. Good morning, Bahamas.
Now, are there any accidents that motorists need to be mindful of as they make their morning commute this morning?
Well, at this time, we have no outstanding accidents. There are no areas that have any traffic congestions or obstructions. So motorists should have a safe and smooth commute this morning.
Now, I know the Eastern Road is typically, or the eastern portion of the island is typically an area where we encounter a lot of traffic. How can motorists make that commute a little bit easier for them besides getting out on time?
Yes, the first thing we should do is want to leave home at a reasonable time so that we could enjoy the smooth flow that we see behind us. For persons who for some reason can't do that or were unable to, we just ask that they exercise patience. There are a number of persons who reside in this area and who would probably work in the more central area, and it would take some time for those persons to get uptown.
Now, obviously, one of the things that we saw from persons ticketed overnight, and I guess in your day-to-day operations as well, is persons are still not wearing their seatbelts when they're driving.
Yes, and that's something that we are trying to enforce on a day-to-day basis. And that's something that we're encouraging on a day-to-day basis. Once you enter your vehicle, the first thing you should do is secure yourself by your seatbelt. Also, for persons who the drivers of their vehicles, there to ensure that their passengers are also secured by their seatbelts. As the driver, you're responsible for the occupants of your vehicle, and if they're not wearing the seatbelt, then the driver could also be ticketed for allowing those persons not to be secured by a car seat or seatbelt.
I was kind of leading to that, the fact that a lot of persons with children in their vehicles don't have them in car seats, or even, as you mentioned, they don't have them in seatbelts.
Yes, and like I said, that's also a ticketed offense for the driver for allowing that child or an adult passenger not to wear their car seat or seatbelt.
So far, a great morning so far. You hope to keep it that way?
Yes, over the weekend period, we had 27 accidents reported, which is still, in my opinion, a lot, but it's less than we've seen for past weeks. And we'd hope that this is a trend going into this new week where we have minimum accidents.
Well, thank you so much. That is, of course, Corporal Decory Barr of the Police Traffic Division. Again, he is reminding motorists to drive safe, but also to buckle up to get to your destinations. Back to you in Studio LaDon.
Thanks a lot, Jimenita. A 29-year-old female is in police custody in connection with the recent spate of child abductions in this country. During a press conference yesterday at the Central Detective Unit on Thompson Boulevard, officer in charge of the unit, Chief Superintendent Solomon Cash, said after following significant leads, officers arrested the female in the Eastern District of New Providence. A 35-year-old female who was an accomplice in one of the matters was arrested over in Eleuthera.
Since these incidents started to occur, we were committed to our investigations. We had opened a major incident room, which comprised of various resources from within the police force, including our technical and our intelligence resources. With that, we were able to launch a full-scale investigation, which led us to the point today that we can be conclusive in saying that we suspect that both individuals we have in custody are responsible for these incidences. We have already consulted with our Department of Public Prosecution on these matters, and hopefully we'll be able to say whether and what charges would be levied against these persons at the end of the week.
The silver Nissan vehicle used by the female during the abductions was confiscated by police. Cash says that the children involved in the ordeal assisted police in designing the composite sketch of the female, leading to her arrest. Cash is now making this appeal to parents.
Parents must supervise their kids at all times, not to leave them unattended, to walk about on their own without being supervised by an adult or some guardian. And that is the best advice we can give to any parent who has kids of tender age.
The Ministry of Education is continuing to encourage parents to enroll their children in the public school pre-education system to help them build a stronger academic foundation before they begin primary school. Minister of Education, the Honorable Jeffrey Lloyd, had this to say on the issue.
There's generally an interest of parents across the country to take advantage of the public education system because it's a quality education system. There are those who choose to, advantage themselves of the private sector. They certainly have that right. What our focus is this year and has been last year is increasing the opportunity for parents to enroll their students in a pre-primary education program, what is known as preschool. That's been the focus of this government, and I am happy to say that last year some 800 additional students were able to be enrolled. This year we expect to increase that yet by another 1,000 students.
Mr. Lloyd added that his ministry is working on making more public preschools available in aims to provide each child with access to preschool education.
Parents who are not able to afford private pre-primary education facilities, which of course could be expensive, will be able to benefit from the provision of the government sector. We are working as fast as we can to make more available, and where we can, we are partnering with the private sector so that we can make our students, and our aim is to universalize access to pre-primary education so that every 3- and 4-year-old in the Commonwealth of the Bahamas benefits from a pre-primary program, because we have found, and the science is very clear, that if you have the opportunity for a pre-primary education, preschool education, you do far better in school, one, and far better in life than those who would not have had that benefit.
Cancer affects millions of people around the world each year. Here locally, a major corporate entity is doing its part in the fight against the disease. First Caribbean International donating $90,000 to several cancer organizations across this country. The funds were raised during CIBC's First Caribbean's 2018 Walk for the Cure. A check presentation took place at CIBC's Airport Industrial Park location. CIBC First Caribbean's Chief Executive Officer is Colette Delaney.
In the Bahamas, though, last year we raised $90,000 US thanks to the Bahamian public and to Corporate Bahamas. And we had more than 1,000 participants who came out and walked, which is great progress, I think, and just a great event. And the proceeds from this year's walk are going to be donated to 7 hardworking organizations throughout the country. And very happy to have the representatives from the Sister Sister Breast Cancer Support Group here and the Cancer Society of Bahamas.
Sister Sister Breast Cancer Support Group President Andrea Sweeting is grateful for the gesture.
We are truly blessed and thankful, grateful to CIBC for what they have done in the past and continue to do. We could not do the things that we do as a group if we didn't have you corporate sponsors aboard. And when we say that is, we give the Portacath, which is the gift. Persons use it. It's an instrument that's surgically implanted for the administration of chemotherapy. We provide the needles as well, free.
Bahamian vendors from far and wide gathered at the Hilton Hotel to showcase their products at Boss Up 242. Founder Lisa Wallace shares why she started this event for young entrepreneurs.
Getting smaller brands out there because a lot of small businesses are not really known. So, you know, I have my own makeup line, so I wanted persons to get, you know, that exposure as I did for myself. I wanted to have so many persons in one place so that we could, you know, support one another.
We spoke to a few vendors at the event about their products.
One of the things that women look for when they shop for hair is quality hair, but at an affordable price. We know that things are tough, the economy isn't where it should be right now, and what we're bringing to you is great quality and great prices.
I'll give you just an example of a hypoallergenic piece. It has absolutely no metal pieces inside of it. If you feel it, it's like a cloth. So you put it on your skin and you don't have to worry about any turning of the jewelry or any irritation to your skin.
We want to show younger entrepreneurs in the Bahamas, especially young men, that no matter what, once you go ahead and push forward, once you go ahead and follow your dream, once you go ahead and make things happen and put God first, you will definitely get what you deserve.
And still to come on the Morning Edition, we're going to see what's happening down at St. John's College. That and more when the Morning Edition comes right back. Sunday was the last day for the 78th Bahamas Red Cross Fair. Hundreds of patrons attended the two-day event that took place on Clifford Park over the weekend. Entertainment was big on the agenda Sunday, with a number of bands, artists, and music groups performing throughout the day leading up to the gospel concert that was held later on in the evening. Entertainment consultant for the Ministry of Tourism, Ronnie Umbrister, and backline coordinator for Colors Junkanoo Group, Rashad Seymour, spoke to us about the importance of cultural musical performances at the event.
We need to expand our music so it can reach these young folks, so they can become a part of our culture, because our culture is really dying. And we try our best to tourism to bring forth our local talent, so our local folks can hear it. And it's very important. We need to sell what is ours. Like the song say, bring back the good old days and keep the vibe alive. That's the truth. We need to do just that.
Red Cross Fair, charity event, something that Colors believe in supporting all the time. This is what we stand for. It's a pleasure for them to ask us to be a part of this event this year. We're looking forward to a long-term partnership with them.
Dozens of stalls could be seen all around the Clifford Park Fair site. We spoke to two vendors about what they had to offer.
And what we do is a twist on the original guava duff. So we make them individually, like the Chinese bao. Actually, we're launching the next phase of the new duff next month. You'll have a full food trailer with more savory options, with more new versions of the duff itself. And we'll be moving around the island, so we want more visibility, people to know about us, so when we start our trailer.
I just happened on the few friends, good friends, just giving it a free try for many years, but now for the last 49 years, it's the first time I've been to it. I like to help, best that I can, because right now we got some people who can't afford and couldn't help. I like to help at all times.
St. John's College Parents and Teachers Association held its first annual Giant Tea Party on Sunday, where they honored 32 men and women for their hard work and dedication within the organization. PTA President Kenva Mullings and Vice President Jennifer Chandler says they created this event to show gratitude for the contributions the honorees have made to the school.
We believe on giving you your flowers while you live in. Each of these honorees here today play a special part in this PTA. We are volunteers, they are part of our past boards who have worked, untiringly, without selfishness. And I feel as if it's important for me as president to give back, say thank you.
I will hope after the day they will see that we appreciate them. And in return, they would work and have a common goal to make sure St. John's be the best.
We spoke to some of the honorees of the Tea Party, and they expressed their gratitude and hopes for this annual event.
Oh, it feels great. I am so blessed to be honored. I hope that it will encourage more parents to be involved, especially with their children.
You know, sometimes people do things and you think that it's a thankless job. So it's nice to be recognized, and I think it'll encourage other people
it's good for us to get our flowers while we're living. But I'm still going to be around shouting at the basketball games and the whole night. So.
Father Andrew Toppin and Chief Superintendent Craig Stubbs joins us this morning from St. James Anglican Church all the way out there in Adelaide. Gentlemen, welcome to the Morning Edition.
Good morning. Good morning, Dawn. Good morning, Bahamas.
So I know your annual fair is coming up soon. Talk to us a little bit about it.
Well, the Easter Fest, as it is known, is one of the church's major fundraisers event. This event supplements tithes and offering. It assists senior citizens at our parish. It also assists with a Cash for Grace program by the church that assists our youths and the inactivities around the churches of our diocese.
Is this an annual
It's
thing?
always held on Easter Monday, the Sunday for Easter Sunday. Is a time for us to bring together the St. James Church family as well as the wider community for a good time of fun and fellowship in a good, clean atmosphere with good food, with entertainment, whatever you want.
Talk to me about some of the attractions, vendors at the fair this year.
Well, everything's going to be strictly Bahamian, Dawn. You're going to keep it strictly Bahamian. You're going to have your conch salad. You're going to have your specialty fritters. You're going to have it with shrimp. You're going to have it with conch. You're going to have it with fish. You're going to have a native ice cream. All of our native fruits. We're going to try to blend them all into ice creams. We're going to have kid stalls. We're going to have entertainment by the Urban Renewal Marching Band and the world famous Royal Bahamas Police Force Band will be in attendance to give our spectators, our crowd, everybody who attending a joyful time.
Any new features at the fair this year?
Oh yes, we're going to have some on our drinks line. We're going to take up our what we now call Toppin's Hard Lemonade. We welcome everybody to come and enjoy.
Okay, Father Toppin, talk to me about the time and the date again.
The date, the time is April 22nd, Easter Monday, 12 noon to 6 p.m. right there in the Adelaide Village. Also, one thing too, in terms of the food, we're going to be cooking on the rocks. Oh yes. Paid soup on the rocks. So come down and get a good sampling on that day. Down home style. Down home style, okay?
Father Andrew Toppin and Chief Superintendent Craig Stubbs, thank you, gentlemen, for joining us here on the Morning Edition, and best of luck on your event.
It's a pleasure. Thank you very much.
Stay close. Sports is up next. You're watching the Morning Edition.
Good Monday morning to all, especially those over there in Cat Island. After a weekend of trials, the B3 is naming a 50-member team that will head down to the Cayman Islands this Easter weekend to represent the 242. Let's take a look at who all made the cut. Anthea Charlton, Shawnice Miller, Kenya Forbes, Colonique Farrington, Javonia Valcott, Brianna Kemp, Rolia Joseph, Akeya Lightborn, Jody Ritchie, Rashad Dean, and Anne-Marie Oraki. Under 17 boys, Devon Johnson, Omar Kelly, Degenis Levinsky, Mitchell Curtis, Keyshawn Strawn, Otto Lang, Wendell Miller, Stephen Farquharson, Mateo Smith, and Denzel Sawyer. Under 20 girls, Jada Knowles, Kayvon Stubbs, Marissa White, Megan Morse, Jasmine Knowles, Gabrielle Gibson, Vinjay Adley, Rima Ottaba, Latia Sanders, Kasha Neela, and Hiltrinique Pinder. Under 20 boys, Adrian Curry, Rico Moultrie, Joel Johnson, Yuri Mills, Terrence Jones, Marcus and Joseph, Justin Bridgewater, Gabriel Curtis, Sean Miller, Travis Joseph, Devon Wims, Michelangelo Bullitt, Huey Sean Roll, Oscar Smith, Matthew Thompson, Ed Von Carey, Patrick Johnson, and Ivano Raming. The head coach is Alveston Ali Roll. He will be assisted by Corrington Maycock, Clinton Smilkill, Nakino Demerit, Alan Mortimer. The team doctor is Nadia Gilbert, physiotherapist Kelly Crump. The manager is Doris Ramsey, and assistant manager Sophia Higgs. Some of those athletes, especially on the girls' side, they are happy on making this year's team.
On the 20 boys, I'm 200 meters. On the 20 boys, 100 meters. We have strength inside on the 17 girls. We had 4 qualifiers, and on the 17 girls, 800, even though we only can carry 2. So I have to tell you that the athletes been performing at the peak at this time of the year, so we can go a mighty long way. And we have
we're going to be...
That was head coach Ali Knowles. We now hear from the girls, Megan, Jada, Vijay, and Jasmine.
Well, this season I had pretty good expectations. They were pretty high because I know once I practice, I get results, and basically I just want to bring home a medal for my country. What my expectation is obviously to lower my times. I'm hoping the medal on the Griffith team hopefully is a gold medal that I can bring home for my country. Overall, I expect to do really well, and I'm just excited to compete.
For 2019, my expectations are definitely repeat as a 3-time gold medalist in the 400 meters. Try and attempt to go for the record once again.
This is just my second Griffith, so I ain't getting my hopes way up, but I still see myself getting a medal. Most likely for the relays, because that's a team effort I really looking forward to.
Now it all comes down to just one game to decide the Division II champ in the New Providence Basketball Association, the Breezes High Flyers. And yes, they are the defending champ. We'll run with your Essential Food Store Giants. Tip-off time tonight, 8:30 from the AF Adderley Gym.
It's a defending championship team. We have to respect that. And we know that, hey, they back us against us all on Monday, so we got to come out playing hard. And let's be ready. Take it one quarter at a time, and that's it. We're going to take all. We have to take it one quarter at a time. If we take advantage of every quarter, we're going to have the game in our hands. We slow down their guards, we're going to have the game in our hands.
On this final note, Buddy Hield tying the NBA record of three-pointers for the first 3 seasons with 599 last night against New Orleans. Now he has a chance to break the record when the Kings close out the season on Wednesday at Portland. That's going to do it for your Monday morning sports check. I'm Charles Fisher. Thanks for watching.
Final look at weather. We'll get you started with our satellite picture. And you can see there's some clouds floating across the northwest Bahamas. That's some pre-frontal activity. A front is expected to move into the northwest Bahamas late tomorrow night and during the early morning of Wednesday. But as far as our weather is concerned for today, we're looking at partly sunny conditions, 1 or 2 passing showers, particularly in the extreme northwest part of the country. 83 degrees will be a high temperature. And tonight we are looking at partly cloudy conditions, temperature getting down to 73 degrees. The extended weather forecast over the next 7 days. Showers developing in the forecast late Tuesday night into Wednesday as that front gets in here, and then things will start to clear up as we head into the weekend with temperatures remaining in the low 80s and those nighttime temperatures very much unchanged. They stay in the low 70s. LaDawn?
Thanks a lot, Basil. That's it for us this morning. I'm LaDawn Davis. Be sure to join us tomorrow at 7 a.m. for more Morning Edition. Have a great day, everyone.